Investing in a Roth IRA can make you a millionaire over the course of your lifetime, and in this video, I'm going to be going over exactly how you can get started on your journey to financial freedom. What's up, guys? My name is Max, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into it, I just want to say that I am not a financial advisor, and none of this is professional financial advice. If you are unsure of how to invest your money, then you should always seek out professional help. Anytime anybody brings up investing in the stock market or saving for retirement, a lot of people tend to cringe because it can be a very confusing topic if you haven't done any research into it before. And obviously, as I'm making this video, I'm not going to be perfect, but I have done plenty of research before this, and I've looked around on YouTube and the internet, and I can assure you that I did my very best when making this video. So to simplify it as much as possible, a Roth IRA is an individual retirement account. It's essentially an account where you can save for your retirement, and then you can eventually take out your money at the age of 59 and a half tax-free. Now, the reason you're not taxed on a Roth IRA is that you were previously taxed when you put the money into the account. Every time you get a paycheck, you're going to pay taxes on what you earn. And anything left over that you can put into your pocket is money that's considered to already be taxed. And therefore, you can take that money right away and invest it into a Roth IRA. So there is a limitation to how much you can put into this account since it's considered to be tax-free. And as of this year, anybody under the age of 50 can put up to $6,000 into their account, and anybody over the age of 50 can put up to $7,000. And how much you contribute to your Roth each year can also depend on how much you make each year. Now, obviously, the greatest thing about opening a Roth IRA is that any money you deposit has the ability to grow tax-free over the course of your entire life. In theory, if you initially invested $100 and that turned into $10,000, you don't have to pay any taxes on that $9,000 profit. And this is unusual for most investments because usually you would have to claim that $9,000 as income, and therefore it can be taxed. So let's just use an example here and say that you initially start at the age of 20 with a deposit of $500, and you continue to put $500 into your Roth every single month until you're 59 and a half. At an average annual return of 7%, you'd end up with a little more than $1.2 million tax-free. I cannot stress this enough. This is huge because this money is completely tax-free, and considering that your principal was only a little over $240,000, that is a great return on your investment.
I gotta do it, man.
Another added bonus of a Roth IRA is that you can actually take out the money that you originally invested, and you can even do it before the age of 59 and a half. And this really eliminates all doubts when it comes to investing in a Roth IRA, because if something goes wrong, you can just pull out your original investment, and that's all there is to it. If you're young, you need to open up a Roth IRA as soon as you possibly can, because the one thing that you have over everybody else is time. You have compound interest working on your side, which essentially means that your money has the ability to grow and grow and grow over time if trends continue as they have in the past. It will have the potential to grow exponentially, forming a sort of snowball effect. The reason you need to get started sooner rather than later is because you could potentially be missing out on tens of thousands of dollars down the line once your investments have grown. Another great thing about investing when you're young is that you're already in a low tax bracket, and therefore any money that you put into the account hasn't been heavily taxed. If you wait to invest until you're older, you're most likely going to be making more, which means you're going to be taxed more, and that means that you're missing out on money that you could have invested. You need to take advantage of this right now if you're young, before you move up the ladder and have to pay more taxes every single year. You can get started right now by opening up a free account somewhere like Charles Schwab, Vanguard, or Fidelity. It's totally up to you to where you want to open your account, but I opened mine when I was 18 at Fidelity. You do need to be 18 to open up an account by yourself, but if you are under the age of 18, you can have a parent co-sign on the account with you. Once you get your account opened and up and running, you're going to have to choose your investments because the Roth itself isn't the investment, but it rather just holds everything else of yours inside of it. No matter where you look online, you'll pretty much always find investors and advisors saying to invest within a broad index fund. Historically, the big name index funds typically return around 7%, but this can vary depending on the year. When investing in a Roth IRA, you want to look at the potential return over a long period of time instead of over the next 1 or 2 years. Once you actually go to select your investments on your account, you can just go on Google and literally go on a bunch of different websites or articles, and you can read about the best broad index funds to invest in right now. But a few that I'm invested in right now include SPY, VOO, or QQQ. Just because most people choose historically consistent index funds doesn't mean that you have to do the exact same thing. Because with Roth IRAs, you can also purchase individual stocks if that's what you're into. You can invest in your favorite companies like Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft, or anything else that falls into the individual stock category. The biggest thing that you need to do right now is to just get started, because the longer you have to invest within your Roth IRA, the better chance you have of making more money. You just just have to remember though that any profit that you pull out before the age of 59 and a half is subject to a 10% penalty, and you're going to have to pay taxes on it as it is considered income. So once you put your money into your Roth IRA, it's a good idea to keep it there, or you're basically going to undermine all of the work that you've done up to that point. So those are the basics of a Roth IRA, and like I said, you can literally get started today. Just go on your computer and look up open up a Roth IRA, and don't be afraid at all to use the power of the internet or YouTube to learn more about the entire process. I'm so glad that I found this at the age of 18 so I could get started young, and if you have the same opportunity, I recommend you do the same exact thing. But just to reiterate, I am not a financial advisor, nor do I somehow make any money from you opening one of these accounts, but it is free to smash the like button if you want to go ahead and do that now, as it does help me out a ton. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one.